Supercross live on supercrossonline.com, and you are looking at the track here in Indianapolis, round 9. Jim, you and I talked about it all day long. We felt that this track was going to be a factor, and no doubt in the main event it was the X factor, the 23rd man on the gate maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it on Supercross Live. I mean, you and Kevin Wyndham, we talked about, hey, it's not, everyone's going to make a mistake here tonight, and both winners we saw, well, maybe not Ryan Dungey, but Adam Cianciarulo in that 250 class, he made a mistake, but the guy regrouped well enough to get his second win of his rookie career, and it was a good win for Adam Cianciarulo. And you know, I thought Martin Davalos was going to, you know, get a second win.
He looked like he was going to take it until he hit that plywood.
Yeah, and he came up and he still got on the podium, which was great for Martin Davalos. And then what do you say about Bogle? I mean, Bogle's making it hard on himself. He's coming from the back of the pack to get those good starts and, I mean, those bad starts, and working up and finishing on the podium. Bisceglia
comes in fourth, and Blake Baggett, boy, if he could get a start, you wonder what Blake Baggett could do.
Needs to get a start, I mean, absolutely. But the guy who got the start was Vince Freeze, collecting $1,000 from Nuclear Cowboys, and boy, they hit him up that first lap. I mean, by the time he came around, he was in 5th. You know, when you get a start like that, man, you got to fight a little harder. But it was a good ride for Vince Freeze also.
In the 450 class, that whole shot went to Mike Alessi, the whole shot artist. So he picks up $1,500 from Nuclear Cowboys, and that's not unusual for Alessi. What is unusual, he led for a long time once again.
Well, and the other thing that he did, he won a heat race also tonight, and he got a great start in the heat race and won that one. He had the confidence. We talked about coming into a main event with confidence. He had the confidence. He's leading it for a while, and at one point, you know, once Dungey went by him, I thought, wow, you know, maybe he's going to end up on the podium, but he had a little crash over there and off the podium went. But you know, Kenny Roxon got stuck in the gate. Him and Villapoto went down in the first turn here
James
together.
Stewart down as well.
James Stewart on that first lap, and like we talked about, the track was treacherous tonight. But what's that old cliche that everybody says? You win your championships on your bad nights.
Right.
And Villapoto had a bad night last and managed it, and to work up and finish 4th, that was a great ride for him. But how about Eli Tomac in that second position? He's back, and he was feeling it. And you know who else I was really happy to see get on that podium? Cole Seeley. I've been lobbying for that guy with Honda. I thought he should have been on a Honda in Dallas and Atlanta because Trey Kennard's not there. Let this kid. But you know what? This is the last year he's going to be in that 250 class. He's showing people and opening up eyes that he wants to get on a good team next year in that 450 class. And he rode smart, Kevin. And what I mean by that is I looked at him lap 14, 15, because remember, the 250 class only goes 15 laps. Well, he's on a bigger motorcycle, more weight, more power, and riding 5 extra laps. He kind of backed it down a little bit there and conservatively saved on that last 5 laps to get his first podium in that 450 class of his career.
Cole Seeley, steady and smooth on up into that podium. And then in 5th place, worth mentioning, it's still riding well in spite the incidents of last week, Brock Tickle.
Yeah, Brock Tickle, I mean, that was a great ride for me. You know, at the end I was watching him, and man, he didn't let Villapoto yard him or anything. I mean, if Villapoto made a mistake, Tickle would have had 4th.
Well, this track certainly did play a role all night long. Mistakes abound, but in the end, well, it gets a little more interesting as it always does. So up next after Indianapolis here comes Daytona, and then Detroit back on the schedule. So a lot to look forward to here in Monster Energy Supercross Round 9 in the books.